Oh shit, I gotta make sure that my do not disturb is on. Please. Okay. Milk jugs are here. Hi. How are you? How the hell are you? It is nap time for my son. So that means it's time to come and dump some shit on you guys in the best way possible. If you're new here, hi, my name is Alyssa Simpson. I'm a mindset and manifestation coach, and this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal chit-chatty content that I have for you guys, because I am feeling inspired to share my inner wisdom and depth with you. I mean, I always do, but this is just a little different. So I have talked about on here before how I am revisiting my visibility wound that I have, this fear, this limiting belief of being too loud or too vocal or too opinionated or just too much in general. And a part of that means I want to share some really fun stuff with you guys. And the first thing is I am a tinfoil hat wearing girly, okay? I grew up listening to Art Bell, and for those of you who do not know who Art Bell is, you live under a rock. Just kidding. He was on AM radio. He would have guests come on his talk show talking about alien sightings they'd had, abductions that he had, and I was listening to this shit when I was 5 or 7 years old with my dad. We would drive back roads at night because it was an overnight show. Specifically, I remember listening to it during a full moon, and my dad would drive the back roads and he would turn off his headlights and just to see how bright the moon was, if we could see the road without the lights. So driving back roads without headlights, letting the moonlight guide you, listening to scary ass we saw an alien aircraft got abducted by the Greys, that type of sound on an AM radio. You don't forget things like that. They kind of stick with you, okay? So I wear a tinfoil hat. It all started with obviously aliens, because that's what we listen to, and it was kind of encouraged in my home. My dad would talk about all kinds of things, he was very much so do not trust everything that you see as far as the powers that be. And I just it was encouraged to kind of think like that, and to kind of think for yourself, and to just see the world as how you view it. Now, as I've gotten older, I have strengthened my intuition, number one. So I have a really good bullshit meter in normal situations. I'm really good at knowing exactly who a person is when I meet them. I just have this innate ability to know without a shadow of a doubt if this is a yay or nay type of person. I also used to do the same with my friends, or we would go out to bars and stuff, and they would have me hey, that table over there with those people, tell us about them. And I could read these people fucking books. It was crazy. I knew exactly, I don't know, it's just a weird thing that I have. Not I know their life stories, but I can just tell in my gut if just what type of energy and person that they are, okay? So with that being said, of course I was on the forums that were around before things like Reddit and these TikTok rabbit holes you can go down, and YouTube rabbit holes you can go down. It was called Godlike Productions, if you know what I'm talking about. That was the forum where really you would go to learn about most things, and because people would put whatever they have found there, and it was, yeah, a forum essentially. And that all kind of dwindled away. I stopped really giving it a whole lot of attention when I was 20 or 21, because it got overwhelming really fast. Whenever you learn certain things and you can connect dots with certain things, it's really hard to just not get sucked into it. And so I had to disconnect myself from it 100%. And if you are someone who does not think that the government killed Kennedy, you should probably stop watching this video now. For real. Maybe not. Maybe you should keep watching, because I'm not someone you believe what you want to believe. I'll believe what I want to believe. But when you I also live in a world where I truly believe that there are no such thing as coincidences. Like, the universe is way too fucking smart for coincidences to exist. And 9 times out of 10, what is this saying? 9 times out of 10, there we go. Jesus Christ. 9 times out of 10, coincidences just don't happen. Like, there's like, they just don't happen, okay? It's either the universe giving you signs and speaking directly to you, or there's plots and plans and things are put together in a puzzle that are put together intentionally. Do you know what I mean? So with all that being said, I was also a lover of the metaphysical world. Like, ever since I was young, I would spend hours and hours and hours on end at Barnes & Noble in the New Age section, soaking up, like, reading everything that I could to learn all that I could, because I felt like I was truly the one being left behind. I thought this was like common knowledge to everyone. Like, you have the power to control how your reality is. Like, you have the power to create the life that you want. It's not up to anyone else but you. Like, I just thought that everyone knew it, and I was late to the game. And so I was playing catch up and really wanting to learn everything. And the reason I'm telling you this is because these two things do go together. And I'm going to tell you this from a place of love, not a place of anything else. Our society is not built or created for you to know that you have the power within you. There are systems in place, there are powers in place that keep you a cog in a machine, okay? A society is not profitable with everyone thinking for themselves. A society is very profitable if people believe what they are being told, if they are buying into the program that they are watching, if they are clicking on the agreement of what they're being told should be their agreement, okay? And a lot of people that I know, that I have conversations with, also believe this way too. And the people that I know that don't agree with that, they live a very different life. They live a very lack mindset life. They live a very, when is someone going to save me life. The people who believe in their heart that society was not built for all of us to thrive in, those are the people who actually start to thrive, because they take the power into their own hands. And guess what? A society is not profitable if everyone takes power into their own hands. And so with that being said, when you start to learn things and see things, you can't go back to unseeing them, right? And there have been people in our history, like people like Nikola Tesla, and like the guy who created the car that could run on water, and these people who literally were trying to prove that the systems that we have in place, like, there's more than these systems, right? Like, there's actual science that backs this shit up too, you guys. That's what is so crazy for people that don't believe that they have the power. Do you know that an atom is made up more of empty space than it is like actual atom? That empty space is called energy, and that energy is the same thing that is inside of you, that is inside of me, that is inside of this screen that you're watching me on, that is inside of this water bottle, that is inside of the trees outside my window. It is the same fucking energy. So, like, that energy can be manipulated. That energy can be directly turned into something, okay? But the people who choose to believe that someone is going to come save them, or that they live in a society that is choosing to help them, those people are always going to be on a hamster wheel of, like, I imagine in my head like a hamster running on a wheel, and that wheel is spinning a power generator behind them. That is what is happening when you choose to believe that the society that you live in is helping you and allowing you to thrive and do great things. Now, with that being said, I also believe that that is why colleges were created. The idea to be successful, like that you have to be successful and have a college degree, is so wild to me, because college teaches a very specific ideology. And that ideology is that you either stay committed and you finish this thing that you signed up for, and you spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to do it, and then you're going to go out in the world and spend the rest of your life paying off that debt that you accumulated, and that degree that you got isn't going to really do shit for you. But now we've taught you how to not think for yourself. We've taught you how to be indoctrinated by what it is that we are teaching you as a university that is reliant and gets its funding from the society, that big picture that I was talking about, the society, right? And when you dive into the metaphysical world, the mindset world, the manifestation world, the spiritual world, the healing world, you understand that it is so ass backwards the way that we run in society, the way that it has been created, because the power is all within you. It is all within you. What you believe in your internal world directly reflects your external world. There has been proof time and time and time again that disease is something that manifests inside of the body because of how your internal world is. I recently got a hair mineral analysis test where they test your minerals based on your hair, because whenever you have your blood drawn, it is very like a what minerals are in your body right now. Your hair holds so much more information, and so when you cut your hair and send it to a lab, they're able to see like the actual where your levels of your minerals are. And as someone who highly prioritizes my health and well-being, I get those things done. And when I had my consultation to go over those results, my practitioner told me, she was like, hey, do you see the way that your chart is kind of at this bowl shape? Like where am I, like you have your zinc, your magnesium, your blah, 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 blah. And it's like all of it kind of went up in two separate ways. There was two bowls on my chart if you look at this visually. She was like, this shows that you are energetically holding on to something. She was like, anytime we see this in these results, this is a true tell sign that the person is holding on to something that they shouldn't be, that they need to let go and release. And that is in your body. Like that, if I don't fix that, if I don't heal it, it's going to manifest into something worse. It's going to create disease in my body, right? Like that's what happens when you don't take care of the things that are actually holding you back. And instead of healing yourself and connecting back to your highest self and your highest power and realizing that you are an extension of source, that you are source energy, because we are all made up of the same energy, instead of that, you're being sold that there's something wrong with you, that this pill can fix, or this program can fix, or this blah, blah, blah can fix. And yes, I'm in the industry of helping people heal, like on an emotional and spiritual level. But in that same breath, there are people out there who are profiting off of you staying sick and you staying unaligned and you staying disconnected from your true self. Because how easy is it to keep you on the hamster wheel that's helping fuel their generator, other than selling you things that are going to keep you there, right? And yes, helping people heal energetically, spiritually, mentally, that's my purpose here on earth. That is what I intend to do till the day I die, unless I decide to do stand-up comedy somewhere, but that's for another topic. I always still encourage everyone to listen to that inner guidance, because that little voice that says, I don't know about this, or maybe this isn't our answer, always listen to it. It's always right. It's always right. But if you are so far disconnected from yourself, you can't even hear it. You can't even imagine what it might sound like or feel like to get that red flag of, I don't know, maybe this isn't for us. And that is how you are able to keep society thriving and profitable, because they've disconnected you so far from yourself. And that is exactly why I wear a tinfoil hat, because I believe that everything, not everything, 97% of what gets told to us as a whole is a way to keep us stuck and stagnant and disconnected from ourselves and disconnected from source energy. Okay? Okay. Now, what I also will say while we're on the topic of tinfoil hats and mindset and manifestation and all the things, I also truly believe, and I know for a fact, not only does your internal world create your external world, but you are creating the circumstances that you live in. And I know that if this is falling on the wrong set of ears, there's going to be an uproar. You're going to come for me all you want. I don't really care. Because if what I just said triggered you, then you need to stick around and listen to the majority of this message in its entirety, rather than getting off this page and going to something else and watching something else and listening to something else. The circumstances that you create, if they're not ones that you enjoy, guess what? You have the power to create them into ones that you do enjoy. And by believing that you don't hold the power of the circumstances that are around your life, that is problem number one, okay? Radical responsibility for however your life is right now has got to be a priority. And what a beautiful thing that you get to have responsibility for your circumstances and your life, okay? I also truly believe that you came here, when you came here during this timeline, to experience the things that you are experiencing, to get to the next level of your journey, of your highest self, of your highest consciousness. Or maybe you came here to fuck around and play. That's also great too. Or maybe you came here to learn a very specific feeling, or a very specific rule, or a very specific lesson, or able to evolve even further than what you already have evolved into. And if you are feeling like you need some more energy in your life to create better circumstances, then exactly what I talk about here on my podcast, inside of my membership, on all of my free resources, in my private container coaching, is for you. Because at the end of the day, if you are unsatisfied with how you are living, you hold the power to change every single second of that. And if your first thought is, well, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough resources, I don't have enough confidence to do it, those are all feelings. Those aren't facts. Okay? I'll see you next time. We will talk about this so much further and in more depth, but nap time is over and it is time for me to go tend to my life. See you next time. Bye.